Bartholomew, one of the 12, is perhaps one of the least spoken of in the Bible. Yet his life and martyrdom left an unforgettable mark on the history of the church. Known also as Nathanael, the man in whom Jesus found no deceit, Bartholomew's faith carried him to distant lands. His witness shook nations, and his death stands as one of the most brutal acts of martyrdom in Christian history. Today we'll uncover the story of Bartholomew, his calling, his ministry, his martyrdom, and the lessons that still inspire believers today. The call of Bartholomew. Bartholomew is widely believed to be Nathanael, mentioned in John's Gospel. In John 1:45-46, Philip finds Nathanael and says, "We have found the one Moses wrote about in the law, Jesus of Nazareth." Nathanael famously replied, "Nazareth, can anything good come from there?" But when Jesus saw him, he said, "Here truly is an Israelite in whom there is no deceit." John 1:47. When Nathanael was amazed, Jesus promised, "You will see heaven open and the angels of God ascending and descending on the Son of Man." From that moment, Bartholomew followed Jesus, his heart marked by honesty and purity. God honors sincerity of heart, even when our questions are blunt. Bartholomew the Apostle. Though not as prominent in the Gospels as Peter or John, Bartholomew was faithful in his discipleship. He walked with Jesus, witnessed his miracles, and heard his teachings. After the resurrection, Bartholomew was among the apostles who saw the risen Christ, John 21:2. From there, he took up the Great Commission with boldness. You don't have to be well known to be deeply faithful. Missionary journeys. Early church historians record that Bartholomew carried the gospel far and wide. He traveled with Philip at times and is said to have preached in India, Mesopotamia, Persia, and Armenia. Tradition says he translated the Gospel of Matthew into local languages and gave it to new believers. His ministry was marked by healing, miracles, and bold preaching in places that had never heard the name of Christ. The gospel is meant for all nations, no matter how distant. The martyrdom of Bartholomew. But Bartholomew's fearless witness drew fierce opposition. In Armenia, he converted many, including members of the royal family. This enraged the pagan priests and rulers. Around AD 68, Bartholomew was arrested and condemned to one of the most brutal deaths recorded in church history. He was flayed alive, his skin torn from his body, and then beheaded. Yet through his suffering, his testimony burned even brighter. His death became a seed for the gospel in Armenia, where Christianity would later take deep root. Faith is proven not in comfort, but in the fire of sacrifice, the legacy of Bartholomew. Bartholomew's legacy lives on. Armenia would go on to become the first nation in the world to adopt Christianity as its state religion in the early 4th century. His blood, like that of many martyrs, became the seed of the church. Even in death, Bartholomew's witness pointed to the Christ he loved, the Lamb who was slain. God turns the world's cruelty into heaven's victory. Lessons from Bartholomew's life. Bartholomew teaches us 1. Honesty before God opens the door to revelation. 2. You don't need fame to have eternal impact. 3. The gospel demands courage to go where others will not. 4. Faith is tested in fire, but the reward is eternal. 5. Martyrs may be forgotten by men, but they are crowned by God. From skeptical questions to pure-hearted faith, from quiet discipleship to bold missions, from healing the sick to suffering the most brutal death, Bartholomew's story is a testimony of courage and endurance. He reminds us that our faith is not about how much the world remembers us, but about how faithful we remain to Christ. Bartholomew shows us that God values sincerity more than status. His brutal death reminds today's church that faith may cost everything, but it is never in vain. For those who remain faithful receive a crown of life. Revelation 2:10. So I ask you, what part of Bartholomew's story inspires you most? Comment below, share this video, and subscribe for more Bible stories, prayers, and encouragement.